Hello, everyone, and welcome back to EasyTalk English. We're really happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening while commuting, walking, or relaxing at home, thank you for spending some time learning English with us through real conversations.
Let me start with a question for you. Do you ever feel like work takes too much of your time?
That's a very relatable question. Many people today feel busy almost all the time.
Yes, modern life can be very fast-paced.
Exactly. People often have full schedules, many responsibilities, and constant deadlines. Work can easily take up most of the day.
And sometimes, even after the workday ends, people continue thinking about work.
Yes, that happens quite often. Many people check emails at night, finish tasks at home, or think about work problems during their free time.
When that happens for a long time, it can create stress.
Exactly. Too much work without enough rest can lead to exhaustion and even burnout.
That's why the idea of work-life balance has become such an important topic.
Yes, work-life balance means finding a healthy balance between professional responsibilities and personal life.
And that balance can be difficult to achieve in today's busy world.
Exactly. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what work-life balance really means, why it can be challenging today, and how we can create healthier habits in our daily routines.
Because success is important, but so is your well-being.
Taking care of your health, relationships, and personal time is just as important as achieving professional goals.
If you enjoy real-life English conversations like this that help you improve your listening and speaking naturally, don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to EasyTalk English.
Now let's explore what work-life balance really looks like in everyday life.
So Linda, since we're talking about work-life balance today, I'm curious about your experience. Do you ever feel like work follows you even after the workday ends?
Yes, sometimes it does. There are days when I work later than I planned. Even when I leave the office or finish my work tasks, my mind is still thinking about what I need to do the next day.
So the work continues in your thoughts.
Exactly. Sometimes I notice that I'm thinking about emails, projects, or unfinished tasks while I'm at home.
That must make it difficult to relax.
Yes, it does. There are moments when I realize that I'm not fully present. Even when I'm trying to rest, my mind goes back to work.
I think many people experience that.
Yes, and sometimes it makes me feel like I'm busy all the time. Even when I'm not actively working, my mind is still focused on work.
That's a very common feeling in modern work culture.
Yes. Sometimes I also take work home with me. If I didn't finish something during the day, I might continue working in the evening.
So the boundary between work time and personal time becomes less clear.
Exactly. What about you, Alex? Do you experience something similar?
Yes, I do. One habit I've noticed is checking work emails after work hours.
Even in the evening?
Yes, sometimes I tell myself I'll just check quickly to see if there are any important messages.
And then you start thinking about those messages.
Exactly. Once I read the email, my mind starts analyzing the situation or thinking about what I should do next.
So it becomes hard to disconnect.
Yes, I find it hard to disconnect sometimes. Even when the workday is technically finished, the communication continues.
That's very true. Technology makes it easy to stay connected to work all the time.
And because of that, I sometimes feel like I don't always have time to relax.
Yes, that feeling can build up over time.
Exactly. And that's why the idea of balance becomes so important.
Yes, because sometimes work doesn't stop when the workday ends.
And understanding that challenge is the first step to creating a healthier balance between work and personal life. So, Linda, we've talked about how work sometimes follows us home, but what exactly does the term work-life balance mean?
Work-life balance means finding a healthy balance between your work responsibilities and your personal life.
So it's about how you divide your time and energy.
Exactly. Work is an important part of life, but it shouldn't take all of your time and attention. People also need time for rest, family, hobbies, and personal activities.
That makes sense. If someone spends all their time working, they may feel exhausted.
Yes, that's why rest is so important. Our minds and bodies need time to recover. Without rest, it becomes harder to stay focused and motivated.
So rest actually helps productivity.
Exactly. Some people think working longer hours always means better results, but that's not always true.
Right. Productivity means working effectively, not just working more hours.
Yes, when people are constantly tired, their productivity often decreases. They may make more mistakes or find it harder to concentrate.
So a healthy balance actually helps people perform better at work.
Exactly. Work-life balance doesn't mean avoiding work or responsibilities. It simply means giving both areas of life the attention they deserve.
That's a very important distinction.
Yes, work helps us achieve goals and support ourselves, but personal time helps us stay healthy and happy.
Let's review some simple sentences people might say when talking about work-life balance.
One example is, I need time for my personal life.
Another useful sentence is, work is important, but rest is important too.
And sometimes people say, I want a healthier balance.
These sentences help express the idea that both work and personal life matter.
Yes, when people begin thinking about balance, they often start making small changes to protect their time and energy.
And those small changes can make a big difference in the long run.
Exactly. Understanding the idea of work-life balance is the first step toward creating a healthier daily routine.
So, Linda, if work-life balance is so important, why is it so difficult for many people to achieve?
There are several reasons. One big reason is technology. Today, we are always connected to our devices.
Yes, smartphones and laptops make it easy to communicate anytime.
Exactly. In the past, when people left the office, work usually stopped for the day. But now, emails, messages, and notifications can arrive at any time.
So people feel like they need to stay available.
Yes, technology makes communication faster, but it also makes it harder to disconnect from work.
Another reason is high expectations.
Exactly. Many workplaces expect employees to perform very well and complete many tasks. People often feel pressure to meet these expectations.
And sometimes that pressure comes from within.
Yes, that's true. People often want to prove themselves or achieve success in their careers.
So they push themselves to work harder and longer.
Exactly. For example, someone might say, I feel pressure at work.
That sentence describes a very common experience.
Another reason balance can be difficult is financial pressure. Many people work long hours because they need to support themselves or their families.
Yes, financial responsibilities can influence how much time people dedicate to work.
Exactly. When people worry about financial stability, they may accept extra work or longer hours.
Another factor is career ambition.
Yes, some people are very motivated to grow in their careers. They want promotions, new opportunities, or recognition.
And that ambition can encourage people to work more than they planned.
Exactly. They may believe that working longer hours will help them succeed faster.
I've noticed that in my own habits sometimes. For example, I sometimes check emails even after work hours.
Yes, that happens to many people.
At first, I think it's just a quick check, but then I start thinking about the tasks in the message.
And suddenly you're thinking about work again.
Exactly. In moments like that, people might say, it's hard to disconnect from work.
Yes, and another common sentence is, my job requires a lot of time.
These challenges show why work-life balance can be difficult to maintain.
But recognizing these reasons helps us become more aware of our habits and choices.
So, Linda, we've talked about why work-life balance can be difficult, but how can someone recognize when their balance is not healthy?
There are several signs. One common sign is constant fatigue.
Meaning people feel tired most of the time.
Exactly. When someone works too much without enough rest, their energy slowly decreases. They may feel physically and mentally exhausted.
So even after sleeping, they still feel tired.
Yes, because the mind never really gets a chance to relax.
Another sign is thinking about work all the time.
Exactly. Even during free time, the mind keeps returning to work problems, deadlines, or unfinished tasks.
So the person is never fully disconnected from work.
Yes, that constant thinking can make it difficult to enjoy personal activities.
Another clear sign is the lack of personal time.
Exactly. When someone rarely has time for hobbies, friends, or relaxation, it often means work is taking too much space in their life.
I remembered a moment when I noticed something similar in my own routine.
What happened?
I looked at my schedule and realized that I had been working continuously without a real break.
That must have been surprising.
Yes, I remember thinking, I realized I hadn't taken a real break in weeks.
That's a powerful realization.
Yes, because it shows how easily work can slowly fill all of our time.
Let's review some simple sentences people might say when describing poor work-life balance.
One sentence is, I feel exhausted.
Another one is, I don't have time for myself.
And sometimes people say, work is always on my mind.
These sentences describe feelings that many people experience when their balance becomes unhealthy.
Recognizing these signs is important because it helps people understand when it's time to make changes.
Exactly. Awareness is often the first step toward creating a healthier balance between work and personal life.
So, Linda, when someone experiences poor work-life balance for a long time, what usually happens?
One of the most common consequences is burnout.
Burnout happens when someone feels completely exhausted from work, right?
Yes, burnout is not just normal tiredness, it's a deeper level of exhaustion where people feel emotionally and mentally drained.
So they may lose motivation.
Exactly. When someone experiences burnout, they may start feeling less interested in their work. Tasks that once felt exciting can suddenly feel very heavy.
I've heard many people describe that feeling.
Yes, for example, someone might say, I used to enjoy my work, but now I feel completely drained.
Another consequence of imbalance is stress.
Yes, constant deadlines, long working hours, and lack of rest can create continuous stress.
And stress affects both the mind and the body.
Exactly. People may feel anxious, impatient, or overwhelmed when stress becomes too high.
Something interesting is that working more hours doesn't always increase productivity.
That's a very important point.
Yes, when someone is exhausted, their productivity often decreases. They may work longer hours but complete fewer tasks effectively.
So, rest actually helps performance.
Exactly. I once realized that when I was extremely tired, I needed more time to finish simple tasks.
That's a good example.
Yes, it made me understand that productivity depends on energy, not just time.
Another consequence people sometimes forget about is how imbalance affects relationships.
You mean relationships with friends and family?
Exactly. When someone spends most of their time working, they may have less time and energy for the people around them.
And that can create distance.
Yes. Over time, that lack of connection can create tension or misunderstandings in relationships.
So, imbalance doesn't only affect work performance, it can affect personal life as well.
Exactly. That's why maintaining a healthy balance is so important for both professional success and personal well-being.
So, Linda, after talking about the problems that imbalance can create, the next question is important. How can people build a healthier work-life balance?
One helpful step is setting boundaries. Boundaries help protect your time and energy.
What kind of boundaries are you talking about?
For example, deciding when your workday ends. If possible, try not to answer work emails or messages late at night.
So you clearly separate work time from personal time.
Exactly. Someone might say, I need to set boundaries.
Another helpful habit is scheduling rest time.
Yes, many people schedule meetings and tasks, but they forget to schedule time for rest.
That's true. Rest often becomes the last priority.
Exactly. But rest is essential for both physical and mental health. Taking breaks during the day and allowing yourself time to relax in the evening can improve your energy.
So rest should be part of the schedule, not an afterthought.
Yes. A simple sentence someone might say is, I'm taking time to rest.
Another important habit is disconnecting after work.
Yes. When the workday ends, it's helpful to step away from work-related communication.
That means no emails or work messages for a while.
Exactly. That allows the mind to relax and focus on personal activities.
Another key idea is prioritizing health.
Yes, health includes sleep, exercise, and mental well-being. When people take care of their health, they have more energy for both work and personal life.
So health should always come first.
Exactly. People sometimes remind themselves by saying, my personal time matters.
And another useful sentence is, I need to disconnect after work.
These small habits may seem simple, but they can make a big difference over time.
Yes, because balance is not created by one big change, it's built through small daily decisions. Now let's review some useful vocabulary from today's episode. These words will help you talk about work-life balance and your daily habits in English.
First word, balance. Meaning, balance means keeping different parts of your life in a healthy proportion. Example, I'm trying to create better balance between work and personal life. Repeat, balance.
Second word, burnout. Meaning, burnout is a state of extreme physical and mental exhaustion caused by too much work or stress. Example, working long hours without rest can lead to burnout. Repeat, burnout.
Third word, pressure. Meaning, pressure is the feeling of stress or responsibility when people expect a lot from you. Example, I feel pressure when I have many deadlines at work. Repeat, pressure.
Fourth word, productivity. Meaning, productivity refers to how effectively you complete tasks or produce results. Example, taking short breaks can improve productivity. Repeat, productivity.
Fifth word, boundary. Meaning, a boundary is a limit you set to protect your time, energy, or personal space. Example, setting boundaries help protect your personal time. Repeat, boundary.
Sixth word, disconnect. Meaning, to disconnect means to stop thinking about or engaging with work, usually after work hours. Example, I try to disconnect from work in the evening. Repeat, disconnect.
Seventh word, rest. Meaning, rest means taking time to relax and recover energy. Example, after a long week of work, I need time to rest. Repeat, rest.
Eighth word, prioritize. Meaning, to prioritize means deciding what is most important and focusing on that first. Example, I try to prioritize my health and personal time. Repeat, prioritize.
Great job reviewing these words.
Try using them when you talk about your work habits and personal life in English.
Now it's time for a short speaking practice. If possible, repeat the sentences out loud. Speaking helps you remember new expressions and build confidence when using English.
We'll say the sentence first, and then you repeat after us.
I need better work-life balance.
Repeat. I need better work-life balance.
I feel busy all the time.
Repeat. I feel busy all the time.
I need time to rest.
Repeat. I need time to rest.
I want to disconnect from work.
Repeat. I want to disconnect from work.
My personal time matters.
Repeat. My personal time matters.
Great job. Now let's practice speaking with 2 simple questions. You can pause the episode and answer out loud.
First question. Do you feel you have good work-life balance?
Think about your daily routine. Do you have enough time for rest, hobbies, or family?
Second question. What helps you relax after work?
Maybe you enjoy reading, exercising, listening to music, or spending time with friends.
There are no perfect answers. Just focus on expressing your thoughts clearly.
The more you practice talking about real-life topics, the more natural your English will become.
Before we finish today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect on what we talked about.
Today, we explored the topic of work-life balance and why it matters so much in modern life.
Work is important. It helps us achieve goals, build our careers, and support ourselves and our families.
But at the same time, rest is necessary.
Exactly. Without rest, our energy decreases, our focus becomes weaker, and our overall well-being can suffer.
That's why balance is so important.
Yes. When we create a healthier balance between work and personal life, we often feel happier, calmer, and more motivated.
And interestingly, balance can also improve productivity.
Exactly. When people take care of their health and personal time, they usually return to work with more energy and clearer thinking.
So, balance helps both life and work.
That's right. Sometimes, even small changes can make a big difference.
So, here's a question for you to think about today.
What small change could improve your balance this week?
Maybe it's setting clearer boundaries, taking a real break after work, or spending more time on activities that help you relax.
Take a moment to reflect on your own habits.
And if you'd like to share your thoughts, write in the comments. Finish this sentence. One thing I do to relax after work is...
Your answer might inspire someone else who is also trying to create a healthier balance.
If this episode helped you learn useful English expressions and reflect on your daily life, don't forget to like this episode.
And subscribe to EasyTalk English for more real-life conversations that help you improve your English naturally.
We'll leave you with one final thought.
Your career is part of your life, not your whole life.